This fight right here, this is actually the only fight of the week that I haven't had full coverage for, and one of the reasons why is, as you can see, you know, I'm really busy. But Terence Crawford 139.8 and Terence Crawford 139.8 and Thomas Dulorme 139.2. Of course, the weight was 140 pounds. It's for the WBO Jr Welterweight 140-pound Championship of the World, April the 18th, 2015 on HBO. It's also going to be co-headlined by Martin Matthysse versus Ruslan Provodnikov. Then over on Showtime, you're going to have Chavez versus Finfara. Then back over on HBO, you're going to have At Last Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Then over on Showtime, Inside Mayweather versus Pacquiao, episode 1. So a big week, big weekend for boxing, which is why I said in the previous video that I'm taking the night off. I'm gonna get these weigh-in videos out, get a couple of interviews out, get these videos out, and then tomorrow is the big day because also, as I said, you know, for fans who have been around for some time, there's not going to be no Google Hangout about Mayweather Pacquiao. I'm sorting some things out. Long story, you know, and as you can see, it's been a very busy week on the channel, trying to get 100 videos out before Monday morning, and right now we're on track to do that. So what I want to say is this: I got Terence Crawford winning, of course. I got Terence Crawford possibly stopping Thomas Dulorme before 8 rounds. It's a shame because Thomas Dulorme doesn't even have a designated trainer since he left Robert Garcia. And one of the reasons why he said during the media call that I have here on the channel is the reason why is because Robert Garcia didn't want to train, you know, during I believe Thomas Dulorme is Puerto Rico. I forgot. The media call is here on the channel. So now Dan Rayfield of ESPN asked a very good question on the same media call I had the privilege to be on, is, well, who's going to be the voice you listen to in the corner? And basically he literally says he doesn't have one. And I'm thinking, going into this fight like this, especially after his performance against Hank Lundy, where he was starting to fade at the end, then this is a fight you should have a trainer for, especially after you're going for a world title. Remember when HBO had him on the hype train and he fought that 8-round fight when he fought Carlos Abrego and pretty much got beat up, and now he's back getting another big fight, the biggest fight of his career. Now Thomas Dulorme has had the Hank Lundy fight and another fight before that was somewhat big, and then he's got this one coming up. So I'm thinking to myself, well, Terence Crawford, even though he's moving up to 140 pounds, he's no stranger to fighting at 140 or 147, but he's coming up from 135 because he said it was something during that fight where he could not make the weight. Now, if you watch today's Crawford, you'll see what I mean. But he said during the media call that if that fight was now, he would have no problem making 135 pounds. So if he loses, maybe he'll go down to 100. Maybe he'll go back to 135 pounds, maybe not. But as it stands right now, a lot of people are wondering, how is he getting a title shot over Provodnikov or Matthysse? Well, the way the WBO works is, if you're a champion in one division and you vacate your belt, you move up, that automatically makes you #1 contender. So for example, if Manny Pacquiao was to vacate his WBO 147-pound title and move up to 154 pounds, that will make him the #1 contender for Demetrius Andrade's bout title. So when it came to Chris Algieri moved up. Basically, when he fought Pacquiao, you know, it was legitimate because he moved up, you know, and it's a long story, and it's looking like Chris Algieri is not moving back down to 140 pounds, as he will be taking on Amir Khan in the Barclays Center on Spike TV, May the 29th. So if you don't know, my question is, will the winner of Terence Crawford versus Thomas Dulorme face the number 3 and the number 4 guys ranked in the division, even though they're not exact? Basically, here's the top 5 of the WBO. You got Terence Crawford, you had Chris Algieri. You know, Chris Algieri, you count him out. So therefore now you have Terence, okay, let me tell you what the original was. Terence Crawford, Chris Algieri, Matthysse, Ruslan Provodnikov, Thomas Dulorme. But now it's Crawford. It's supposed to be Crawford, Matthysse, Provodnikov, Dulorme. I know it sounds all confusing, but at the same time, the way they maneuvered this is, with the WBO, the winners are supposed to fight each other. That's why when I asked Bob Arum the question on the phone, he got a little tooty with me, and I'm thinking, like, I know how the rankings work. I know what the rankings are. I know what it's supposed to be. So, you know, you can't pull that stuff on me. I know how it's supposed to work. So as it stands right now, yes, the winner of this will get a voluntary, and then has to fight the winner of Provodnikov Matthysse. You get me? So that's the layout. I am T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live with RealCombatMedia.com, and we cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Shout out to Chris Alexander, our newest, most decorated media reporter right now, media correspondent that we have, and we're doing major things. So you know what I'm going to be doing next week. Next week is all that Klitschko-Jennings stuff. I'm having some problems with credentials. It's a long, long story, you know. But if I don't go, I'm going to be, put it this way, I'm going to be covering all the events for the fight. But if I don't go, then I'm going to tell you why. And it's not my fault. You can't wait to hear this. So T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live, please subscribe.